media just doesn't get it. They're so shocked. When people who rely on TV for all their information can't understand things. They don't understand, why does Ron Paul have all this support? What's his secret? They want to know. Is it his anti-war stance? Is his foreign policy, they ask? Well, I can say we like that, but that's not why. Because there are a couple of other people who are anti-war, Dennis Kucinich and Mike Gravel, and they're not getting $6 million a day. And Paul supporters are mainly from the internet. They said, why? How are you utilizing the internet? It's not a big mystery there. The reason that is because weblogs will tackle issues that the mainstream media is unwilling to or is too ignorant to bring up. TV waters down politics to the point of factional-driven argumentative middle schoolers screaming about wedge issues and ignoring what's really going on. The main reason Paul has support on the web is because he has brought up the issue that has historically been at the forefront of American politics since the time of Jefferson, and that's monetary policy. Newscasters are shocked that so many people even understand what that is, and few of the reporters know much about it themselves. Well, when you talk down to people and you make your news reports on a sub-teenage level, you attract the audience you deserve. Reports on Fox News, for example, are so biased and so childish and deceiving that it's almost comical. My favorite was in the post-Tea Party media pop on a Fox News interview. Some woman wanted Ron Paul to play a game with her where he was to answer word associations in one word. Please sum up your feelings about this. And she was like, naming her whatever the hell it was. I mean, Paul didn't play long. He's like, I can't answer in one word. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's even worse than CNN's 30-second rule. It's terrible. All that does is it panders to stupidity. The people who can sum up all their policies in 30 seconds are the kind of people who don't really have any legitimate policies. They're trying to squish it into sound bites and appeal to the lowest common denominator. They're just trying to package their message in a little propagandized little bites. And real Americans aren't falling for that. They don't want that. They want to hear things explained. They want to hear about monetary policy. They want to hear about foreign affairs and taxes. And you just can't sum things up in 30 seconds like that unless you're talking to an idiot in an idiotic way. And that is how the other candidates are. I mean, Jim Cramer had Ron Paul on Mad Money, and it was so enlightening to hear, yes, you can call him mainstream media, but to hear someone in the media sit down and talk with a political candidate like adults and have an actual conversation and explain monetary policy from Paul's view. The other candidates haven't gone on Cramer's show, even though he's invited everyone to talk about money issues, because they don't have a monetary policy. They're just going to stick with the status quo. They don't even know what the Federal Reserve really even does. I mean, my favorite thing recently is everyone came out with their little Merry Christmas package to look warm and fuzzy. And I just had to laugh. I sit there and I look at Huckabee and Giuliani and Mitt Romney, and it's like, hi, I'm pro-torture and advocate perpetual war. Merry Christmas. They think people are that fucking stupid. Oh look, here's my family. I'm wearing a red sweater and talking about Christmas, but I advocate torturing people and having perpetual war, attacking countries that were not a threat to the United States, based on lies. And then rather than pulling out, because of my ego and my pride, I think we'll just keep digging a hole. Let's just kill another 650,000 people over nothing. They might as well just move to Tel Aviv. I mean, then you could take it a step further and build racial colonies. You could ethnically cleanse people and say, hey, it's all in the war against terrorism. They hate us because of our freedom. They don't hate us because we bulldoze their homes and shoot their kids and force millions of people to live in refugee camps. That's not why. The reason is they're jealous of Coca-Cola and apple pie or whatever. This is, nobody can be that stupid. Nobody. But it just made me sick to sit there and watch these little 30-second commercials of people trying to up the ante on one another on the Christianity card. just is ridiculous, and try and act like they're human. And that's what's funny, is these politicians need propaganda to look like a normal, sane person, because they aren't normal, sane people. They're sociopathic, profiteering. They're not real people. I don't understand how people can look at children that have been poisoned with depleted uranium and just go, so what? It's not like they're not aware of it. They know about it, they just don't care. They look at the entire world not as people, but as products. The Middle East isn't a place where people live. The Middle East is a strategic region with X, Y, and Z resources which can be exploited by X, Y, and Z companies, and they can all profit from one another. I don't even feel like going over it. I did a video on profiteering and how that works already. It's sickening. We have one choice: Ron Paul or go the way of the USSR.